All right, so here's the juice. I'm a very, very busy single mom. Very busy. I do gig work, I content create, I edit the video, I blog. I'm also writing a book on the side. And I'm gonna basically have to just maximize my time by doing more of these type of videos. And you're just gonna have to come along with me. So, look, today's topic is something that I want to get through as quickly as possible. As I'm putting on my makeup, I cannot find what I'm like. Yes, I found it. This is like the coolest foundation. It's very light. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it's kind of like when you just need like a little bit, just a little. Okay. So my skin, I did a skincare routine last night. I put some extra oil in it this morning. I only use oils on my face. Anytime I try to use a regular moisturizer, it doesn't work. It ain't working, okay? Especially for mature skin, but I've been using oils for 20 years, way before the industry. So let's talk about why starting a blog is a great, free, nearly free business to start. So there's two parts to blogging, in my opinion. One is the person who just wants to start a blog and they want that blog to be the business, like the entire business. Then there's people who maybe already have a small business, already are a content creator, and you just want to start blogging some written content to kind of supplement video that you're doing, or to showcase another talent. So here's the biggest reason why I feel it is beneficial to blog. Biggest reason is because if you have brands that are scoping you out, and let's just say they do not want to have you advertise their product in a video, but instead they really want maybe to target blog posts, okay? And so basically, it is really hard to do and talk at the same time. It really is. I give people props who do these videos. So basically, if you have another price point to sell them on you as a personal brand, right? Like let's say you've got your video costs and you want like $500 per video for showcasing their product, and they're like, oh, that's not really in our budget. And let's just say like you can't get them on the video budget, but instead you can get them on a blog post for a little bit less. So here's the thing. If you can, at the very least, still make money off a brand deal or sponsorship with a simple, it could even just be anything less. It could just, it basically creates another price point. So instead of just having one thing that you offer, you can offer that one thing in 3 different price points, obviously giving you 3 different levels of that particular thing, service, or product. And it just gives choice. Because here's the thing, you're never going to really know what people's objections are unless you give them choices. This is why I love choices. As a real estate agent, I always try to give you choices as much as possible. I can either do this for you or I can do this. We can either do this as a strategy or negotiation, or we can try this. Which would you rather try or do, or have me try or do? So it basically gives you another way for somebody to still work with you. And maybe, just maybe later, after you showcase their product or that brand service in a blog post, they might come back later and say, you know what, we will go ahead and work with you on your video content. And then you're making more money. So it's basically like a little bit of a way into even just making more money as a content creator. The other thing too is if you ever desire to showcase your writing, like you want to become a copywriter and you want to either offer your services for copywriting to other people, other companies, then at the very least, you need to start blogging somewhere. You need a place to showcase your work. And what better way to do it than to start writing on your own website? Okay. Now, here's another little tactic I've noticed about some YouTubers over the years. I have definitely noticed that some YouTubers are actually writing a blog post first, okay? They're writing a blog post first, and then they are reading the blog post on their channel. But they're reading it so well that you almost can't tell. You almost can't even tell that they are reading. So it's not really script reading because you're not going to read word for word, but I've definitely seen some people say things like maybe they'll have a video and then they'll talk very briefly in the video. Maybe they'll make the video just 5 minutes, but then they reference that if you want to read more details about this topic, that you have a detailed blog post on your website. So it's another way that you can basically, the people that watch video, but they really prefer to read the information, there's a lot of us out there, okay? These are the real book readers like me. I do read a little bit on Kindle, and even though it's easier to read on a Kindle, I still love holding a book. I love holding a book. I love smelling a book. Like, I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up with books, right? And then if I'm driving, I'd rather listen to my information, obviously. So, consuming content in many different forms, or it is pretty much most of us, right? We just have our moments in time where we can sit and watch a video, such as when I'm eating my food, I try not to actually do work at the same time. I try to actually watch a video while I'm eating my food because it's habit stacking, and part of what I do is watch YouTube because YouTube is my therapy. YouTube is my life coach. YouTube is my career guide, okay? So, long story short, blogging is a great way to really just experiment with another form of media. Now, I was a graphic design major 25 years ago, if that ages me. One of the things that I loved, my favorite is typography, fonts, font spacing, basically manipulating font. I don't use Photoshop or anything. I just use Canva. But my favorite thing is fonts, y'all. Like, I'm a font freak. I can sit there and look at a website all day long and just download fonts. I have an iMac. I have FontBook. To me, it's the funnest part of personal branding that I love to do is finding the font that just represents your brand or just the aesthetic of your brand that you're trying to shoot for. So anyways, make a long story short, in art history, learning about the printing press, the Gutenberg printing press, and I mean, just think about it, you guys. Hieroglyphics, okay, is a form of communication that people left on pyramids and, in inner caves and whatnot, that is communicating to the next people that go into this cave or maybe future generations of like, hey, people were here and here's what's going on. Also, the Bible. I mean, I watched a video that said they found a Bible in Ethiopia or Eritrea. They actually found a real book, you guys, a book. There's something to say about something tangible. Even though we are very much in a digital world, at least in my opinion, writing a blog is the closest thing to writing a tangible book or writing something down and giving it to somebody, right? Because it's text. Sometimes it's easier for people to digest because you can see the structure of a blog post, you can see the titles, and if you're looking for information very quickly, you can go right to the part that you're looking for versus when you're watching a video, I can't even tell you how many countless hours and days of YouTube video that I have watched just to find one little answer to my question about something. It could be about like Mac or a trick or, or like, can I even do this? So yeah, I am someone who, I want to say in 2024, I have definitely been looking for text-based information much more than I have been wanting to watch a bunch of videos. That's because I'm getting busier. The more I'm trying to create more content and the more I'm trying to drive Uber and Lyft, since the money is just, I live in Austin, Texas. So with all the tech layoffs, I mean, there's a good chunk of those people that live here and they don't need a ride to work. So yeah, I've been noticing the shifts even changing in Uber. So I've had to, luckily I have the flexibility to change my schedule to maximize my money-making ability. And it's actually going to be helping me create content more every day, or do something every day towards content creation, because I'm now going to spend the first couple of hours of my day working on this YouTube channel after I've dropped my kid off. And then I'm going to go drive and then not need a lunch break, not need to do anything, and then just drive for like 4 or 5 hours straight. Make my bare minimum and then come home. So anywho, that is pretty much it. I don't want to go too far into, starting a blog, the breakdown. Maybe I will later. That was my light that just went off. Maybe I will later, but I just want to make this video short and sweet. This is just kind of plant the idea in your head. So subscribe to my channel. I hope you like this video. There's more coming here in this little YouTube series. I'm kind of almost done wrapping it up. I just want to create a couple of key points so I can put this all in a playlist for you. Thank you for watching. Bye.